Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Kate.
Hi.
We have Henry.
Hello.
And we have Sam.
Hello.
And today's episode is all going to be out about EGX 2021 that we went to last weekend. We're going to generally just start with talking about our general thoughts with it. I'll go first. It was late because of COVID, so like they didn't really have much time to get it like sorted. It didn't have that many big AAA games. A lot more. I feel like there was quite a lot of indies, which weren't too bad. Like I was quite happy with the indie selection because there was quite a lot. But other than that, like there was a lot of games that had already been out like for ages. Like Fall Guys was there. There was a couple of games that had just come out, like basically Deathloop, and Back 4 Blood was coming out like a couple of days later. Like you could tell that obviously the big boys like PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox weren't there because of COVID. Because obviously, like with travel restrictions, they would have had to like come to the UK, go back, isolate for 2 weeks or whatever. It's probably just a lot of hassle for the big companies, so that's probably why they weren't there. But it just felt very small. I enjoyed it still. I enjoyed what I played, and we still managed to fill the 4 days that we were there with stuff to do. So it weren't too bad. I still enjoyed myself, and I kind of expected it to be smaller this year. I just wish they maybe had dropped the price a little, or maybe just given a little bit more of a warning, or just more of like being more front facing about it, saying like this is what it's going to be. Don't expect too much, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean. We'll go around and see what you guys think. Like Kate, I mean, you're the same.
Yeah,
like...
I totally agree. Like, it's understandable as to why it was the way it was. But I think that it should have been reflected in the price.
Yeah.
They should have tried to sort of pad it out with maybe like some like more like experiences kind of thing, rather than obviously there wasn't that many games there to play. Really, and even. The AAA games, there was nothing really new there, so they should have put some like more things going on the stage. They should have tried to get more talks in, so you just kind of you had something more to do. But the price is predominantly the main issue people are having.
Yeah, that's fair. Henry?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have pretty much said it there. The price was the big issue. I was only there for Thursday and Friday, so I feel like I got a bit more for my money. There was that whole Virgin Media thing as well, giving you half-price tickets. That definitely helped.
Yeah.
But for people who were buying, like, who didn't have that, were buying, like, the whole super passes. That's a lot of money for, which was pretty much the same as, the same price as last time, but much less.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, it's just I get it because COVID, and that's obviously had a massive effect on it. So I don't want to knock them too much, but at the same time, it should have been lower. Still had fun. Still sort of went around all the indies. That was quite nice. It felt more like Res, but with just a slight
everyone's been saying that
expansion. And the Fall Mountain, that was quite a nice touch.
Seeing thoughts on that from me and Sam later.
Yeah.
I'd say it was fine. Yeah.
Sam?
Right, we keep all talking about the price. That was the biggest issue, but again, I didn't think it needed 4 days. I know EGX has always been 4 days, but the 2 or the 3 days would have been enough. And I feel like if they took it back a few days, they could have knocked some off the price, because I think that was the problem at the price. They were trying to justify the 4 days that they had to rent everything out. It could have been cheap, that extra day.
Yeah.
So I think if they'd done that, they could have done something with the price. But pros and cons. There wasn't big games there, but it did make the little games shine. Like that. Yeah. We'll probably talk about it later. Like Hunt. Like when we spoke to the guy.
That game was.
Yeah, he got no one go into him, and now this time he was the big guy, and it was bringing more games to the UK. So there's that, and it let a lot of guys shine, but it wasn't. I'd say it's worth the 3 days, but he didn't need that 4th day. But it was a good time, nonetheless.
It was. We had a good time. That's all that matters, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. It's just a shame. I'm just hoping, like, because I saw that like hashtag EGX refund was trending while we were there, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
no,
It was
that's
so
not
stupid.
good.
It was
But,
just
like-
people trying to get the money back. But
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of understandable, but also like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people went into it expecting the same sort of show as usual, not really
yeah, no.
thinking about the COVID implications. But
It was still busy though. Like,
no, yeah, like to be fair, like Thursday we went in and it was pretty empty, but that's like always the slowest day.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Friday it picked up pretty much, like it was pretty busy, but Saturday was even busier.
I still think Friday at peak was more. I think Saturday was busier throughout the day, but Friday at peak was more than Saturday at peak. Friday, there was loads at Friday. It shocked us. Sunday was just dead.
I don't know. I thought Sunday was a little bit busier than Thursday though.
Yeah.
I guess I only did half day this Sunday. So.
But I enjoyed it. To be fair, it was still
The real
still worth
EGX
it.
was the friends that we made along the way.
Exactly.
Oh, we already had our friends when we got there, so it wasn't even that.
We made new friends though.
We made new friends. We met some nice people.
I didn't.
You were there.
I know exactly. I got too many friends.
Slandering the good name of my good friends.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Oh no, they're cool. They're cool. Yeah, I like them. Okay, new friends.
There we go.
I mean, I don't know, how do we start this? Do we want to talk about the small amount of
Why don't you go with
AAA ones?
Triple
Yeah.
A games?
Yeah.
And we can all be like, yeah, we played all them on our
Yeah,
own consoles we own at home before we went
Yeah.
to EGX.
And it would actually work
Yeah.
on our own consoles at home.
That's
Like
a whole thing.
Bloodborne.
I mean, which game do we want to start with, AAA wise? We
What
all
was there that you
we
would class
all
as a AAA?
played Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Yes, we did.
Unfortunately, yeah, I did.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, unfortunately, on my side, I loved it. So
Yeah,
I
it's,
really
it's a
liked it as
PC
well.
game. It's not for these console peasants. It is a PC game.
No, it's actually not. No, that's fair. I know my limitations.
let me ask, because I think I had doing like the press event with Larian. I think I had a different experience to you guys. So what
Yeah.
did you play? Yeah.
It was basically you start. I think it was the start of the game. Sam, you
It
played
was
the thing.
so
yeah.
it was the start of the game. I don't know how far you could have got into the game because everyone got half an hour.
Half an
But
hour.
I saw someone who was playing next to me get quite far, so I think it was the full game near enough.
Okay.
But-
all right. So
But yeah, we had. What I noticed because I've owned the game and I've completed it twice now because there's not much of it.
What's there anyway?
It's mainly the sorcerer class they've added, and they've done a graphics upgrade, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Because when it first came out, it was very janky. The game's still buggy as hell, and it annoys me that it's still not finished. But then again, it's still early access. But
yeah,
How long
has
has it
temper your
been?
expectations.
How long has it been in early access?
quite a while.
A couple of
A
years.
year?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Only a year. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
That's
That's
not
a lot.
early, but-
yeah, no, but that's young for early access. Early access. Some people say the early access for decades.
But to be fair, early access is like a thing for PC, and that's where
early
it's
ac-
on.
Early access is for someone to say, "Oh, look, it's not finished yet, so you can't moan." That kind of thing. But for what's out, it's amazing. It's D&D.
Yeah.
It's D&D as a game, and I always thought they could never do that, and they've done it. They've done it really well.
Yeah. I've
Quite
never played a Baldur's Gate before, and this is my first time playing one. And I went in.
It's very
You
different.
told me
every
it's
Baldur's
very much D&D. I went in. I was like
Yeah.
shocked at how correct that statement was. And
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
much D&D. You're rolling dice and everything, and I really enjoyed it. Like I really, if that could come to console at one point, I'd be very happy. Like I really want to just get lost in that story and like make your own decisions and all that. It'd be really cool.
There.
I love that kind of game.
So I'll tell you then. So if you guys went from the start, what they did for my session, we sat down for 90 minutes. I had one of the designers sat with me answering questions as they went along, and it took us to the end of the current. Well, I say current now that patch 6 is out. The end of the story beforehand. So we met up with a race called I think it's the Draugr.
yes.
Yeah. So what happened was that we started from there, went across the river into like their city, and we were trying to rescue someone who was trapped behind this rubble, a true soul called Nier. So I had 90 minutes of that playing as a sorcerer, and it also got to the new area as well called the Grimforge. So I had quite a different experience by the sound of it. But yeah, no, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I bought it straight away afterwards.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Fair enough. That's a glowing review from that. If you bought it, fair enough. Fair play.
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
Kate, what were your issues with it? I mean, is it just because it's on PC or?
I'm not a PC gamer, so the whole PC thing, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and I feel like I was getting to points where one of like the companion person I was with, she was like a lizard lady. I don't know. She's an orc.
The orc-looking lady.
She looked more like a lizard though. I don't know. I don't really know her story. I don't know what's going on with her. But she went down in battle and it was like heal. And in the corner it showed me the little thing I had to click on. And it was down in the bottom of my screen, but it was greyed out. And the game was like heal this person, but then it was greyed out and I couldn't do it. And then I fell in battle and it was like, oh, bring yourself to like click this button, and it was greyed out. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to be doing here? Like, I don't know. But I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't know.
That sounds like that is a known bug. So that's why I feel like Henry got the more updated version than we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they basically the build I was playing off is what they were in development build for the latest patch, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what you probably had is a known issue, again. But I didn't get that. Because I died as well, and I was like, oh, I can revive myself. Why can't you do it? And I just thought because you couldn't play the game.
Like, the game was telling me to do things, and then the options were greyed out, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on here.
Sure.
Yeah. You know what? I absolutely love D&D, so I probably would really enjoy this game.
Yeah.
But it's on PC, and I'm just not going
to. If they manage to map all the stuff to the controller and all that, I reckon you and Jake, Kate, would definitely enjoy that game. I reckon.
Jake's lent me his copy of 1 and 2 on the Switch.
They're very different. Very different.
Yeah. But
nothing like
that's why I haven't even took them out of the packet.
All I'm saying is you could use that free Stadia you got and play it on there.
That's my doorstop, Henry.
Yeah,
how am I take it out of the box and use it? How am I going to hold my door open?
How am I going to keep my gaming chair up? Like.
Yeah, see.
I literally got mine out of the box, took a picture of it, and put it back in.
I didn't even do that,
mate.
I got a free Chromecast though, so you know.
Back 4 Blood's probably the only other real AAA game.
It's Left 4 Dead. It's good.
Yeah.
It's Left 4 Dead, but new, better graphics. No, it's not. It's not a shit copy because it's literally made by the same people.
It's Left 4 Dead, but with extra steps.
Does it actually work though?
Yes,
it does. We played it the other night. It's very good.
Because being told just to deal with it wasn't really a great experience.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
that was
like customer. It's customer service still.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. They were rude.
They're dealing with members of the public. I'd call it customer service.
Yeah. They were just so rude. We went in and none of us were all connected to each other, and she literally put the controllers on the thing and she was like, "Yeah, I don't really know. Just try and do it yourself." And she walked away. Then it took like 3 people to connect us up, which is wasting a majority of our time on the game. And then we played like a round, maybe 2. Sam kept getting kicked. His games kept restarting, and then we were told to. What did he tell you? What did he say to you?
So the game crashed.
That's tough.
Yeah, no. The game crashed 5 times after I pressed the start button, and then I finally got in with you. But as soon as you started the mission, it kicked me out again. I didn't actually fire. Every time I fired the weapon, it broke. Maybe it was just my demo. I get that. And then we walked out, and then I told the guy, and he looked at me and just said, "Yeah, just deal with it."
Tough luck.
Tough luck. Yeah.
Yeah, like how rude
is
that?
That is very rude.
Because let me tell you that now, I am that petty that after he was that rude to you, I would not be paying for this game if we didn't have it on Game Pass.
Yeah, but I don't think. To be fair, I think the people manning that booth weren't the.
I know, but I'm just really petty, and it's the principle of it.
It's the experience. I'm not dumb in the game. I don't know anything about the game because I didn't go to fucking play it. But
if you've played Left 4 Dead, you've played the game. Like,
he's never played Left 4 Dead.
I don't want to get salty on it.
I haven't played Left 4 Dead.
As of yet, I'm yet to see anything that like kind of makes it special in its own way. It's kind of just you might as well just be playing Left 4 Dead. Like.
But it's Left 4 Dead with better graphics, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. We played like a good few levels the other night, and there's nothing that really makes me think like, oh, I need to stay on this. I need to complete this. I need to get through this.
It's a fun time with your mates. Like, but that's
Yeah,
always what
but-
Left 4 Dead was for me.
Yeah.
Like, it was
That is
never.
true.
I never cared about the story. Not really. It was just go through with your mates, shoot zombies, have a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's just more Left 4 Dead, that is what a lot of people just wanted for ages.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because Valve
Well, yeah.
aren't going to do it, they decided
No.
fine.
Yeah.
They just sell games now. And then we
Yeah.
can make another game agent.
Is it Turtle Rock Studios, isn't it? They
Yeah,
moved on
that's right.
from Left 4 Dead. Google, I'm not talking to you. Why are you beeping? They moved on from Left 4 Dead to Evolve, and that tanked. Even though I enjoyed some of it, to be fair, but like Evolve didn't do great. And then obviously now they've come back to what they know people like in terms of what they make. So
I liked Evolve.
You're the only people I know who's played it.
I
I-
liked it. It was good.
Did you play
I-
Henry?
Yeah, my first ever London Comic
So it's three
Con.
then.
They had a setup there. So me and I think there was four other people. So we had like the whole team. So we're like, right, we might as well, and it was great.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. But then they were saying like, yeah, it's going to be like full price at launch. We're just like, nah, screw that. That's
Yeah.
just there wasn't enough to it. It was a good game, but it's
when I played it, from what I remember,
sell.
it was very shallow in terms of content, and it was just very much the same thing every time. But, okay. But-
I only played the once, so I didn't
Yeah.
realise.
Yeah, there you go then.
But I mean, Back 4 Blood seems fine. It's free on Game Pass, so we're okay. But like, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have paid full price for it, but it's
I would
definitely
have paid for it.
fun
It's
time.
just missing that, I don't know, there's just something about it. I'm like,
It's nothing new. It's the same with what we've got.
I don't
They're
know.
too similar. There's 1,000 games like it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm definitely going to play more of it though. 'Cause it's just a fun
we'll
time.
probably pick it up. We'll probably pick it up when I stop being butthurt.
Other than that, there was Fall Guys. That was. I mean, we played the
That
new
was the
stuff with
game.
that. That was
Yeah,
fun. Some of the new things on it. I mean, I haven't played it since the launch season, so
Yeah,
it's been a while. But like, I enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
The new stuff is a
Yep.
bit crazy. It's gotten crazier since I last played it.
I mean, I still play it fairly regularly, and it has gotten a lot better, especially now that you can like properly squad up with
Yeah.
people rather than just like you're all one for all.
It just shame you though if you got one shit guy because you can't get through because that one person.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you calling out Rob on the
No,
on the
call out me.
podcast, Sam?
Call out me.
Rob said it was himself the other day.
Yeah, but Rob's modest.
So with Fall Guys, it was like I didn't play the demo thing set up because it was like, well, I can play it at home. There was no point on that one. But then I got to speak to Mediatonic directly as well, so that was quite
wow.
nice.
The guys
Yeah.
that made it.
Yeah.
Yes,
we
yes,
just-
they
okay.
are.
Squid
So I had
Games crossover when? When, Henry?
Squid Games.
They
Yeah.
would
Squid
not
Game
comment.
DLC when?
I asked, and he would not comment.
Oh,
I was like,
That
Henry.
doesn't
Henry,
mean
Henry,
no.
Henry, ask about the Squid Games. Ask about the Squid Games.
Fall Guys have
Did it-
always been the Fortnite of platformers, though, aren't they? They're very good. They're very good, though. They're very
Yeah.
good. It's a good game.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
I mean, we can.
They had the beans. That was the best part.
Sam, do you want to
then-
quickly talk about
Yeah.
our escapades with the?
I was throwing up.
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
they had this like real life
Ability.
Fall Guys thing, and it was basically you had to run up like
Conveyor belt.
a conveyor belt as it's going the opposite way to you. And
It looked-
it looked easier than it was.
Yeah, it did. It looked incredibly easier. We did it 5 times before throwing up.
Yeah, you had to run up, grab a crown, run back down, put it in the basket. And the first couple of times we were like, "Oh, we
were
got
so
this,
cocky.
we got
We were
this."
so cocky.
After the third time of doing it, I was literally dying.
It's when we excuses time. It's when we fell over a couple of times. It just
Yeah.
winded us. That's
Yeah.
their excuse.
We beat the other team though, so it was
Like,
okay.
we did really well, and the fact that we because everyone was in teams of 4, we were just in teams of 2.
Yeah, and I think we got 9.
9.
9,
Yeah, we did.
and like the highest team that day, I had like 20. So we got half with half a
18.
team. Was it
Yeah, we
18?
did.
Okay, exactly. So we got half, but with half a team. So I thought that was alright.
Kate, if you had joined us, Kate, we could have done it.
No, thank you. I don't want.
She was having as much fun watching us absolutely
I was absolutely
fail.
creasing. When they were like being sick into the bin, the security guards and all the Virgin Media people were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I was literally standing in a corner, absolutely
Mate,
creasing.
we were dying. We had no help from our
Literally.
friends. There's our friend.
To be fair, Sam,
Help
we have
your
no one
friends.
else but ourselves to blame, considering we did have a Costa just before.
I wish
did.
I'd seen this now. I
I
really.
videoed it, Henry. I videoed it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
we wanted to do it with you, Henry, but every time we went, the queue was just massive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. But
It's
to
a
be
shame,
fair,
but
we weren't
Yeah.
the only ones that threw up, because we were sitting down by the side, recovering afterwards, and then someone else went to the exact same bin I went to, started throwing up in that. So I was like, it's not just me.
The lady who was kind of like in charge of it, trying to look after you guys, she told me that literally that they'd had so many people being sick after it. I don't think that will come back again.
No. And if they're going to do it again, they'll do a different thing that doesn't make people throw up.
We're stretching. We won't wear tight trousers like I did. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, even though we threw up, I still think it was fun when we did it.
I'll do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. Maybe maybe not after breakfast.
Oh yeah. 2 hours after you swim and all that.
Yeah. Other than that, like that's the big AAA games. Like
the big ones.
other than that, like it's mostly indie stuff, wasn't it? Really. I mean, unless anyone else play any big AAA games.
I'm trying to think of any new ones.
The other stuff that were there, we'd already played. Like Deathloop was there. We played that.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't there?
Good.
What else was in the over 18?
That was it. Deathloop.
It was a bunch of like old Call of Duties and Master Chief Collection. And, yeah. In the middle bit, there was a middle queue bit for that, and I was like, "That's because no one was in. That's why no one was in the middle queue, Sam."
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Henry, did you play anything other than that AAA wise?
AAA wise, no. I again, most of it is already out, or I could just play at home, so didn't seem any point.
That's fair. Yeah, especially when you got to queue up to play something that you could just play at home when you get home. Yeah.
When you're going all the way down to London, it's like, well, if I could just do that at home, it's like, what's the point?
Do this in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Well, at least for me, anyway. Some people might not have those games or consoles, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, the Deathloop queue was always big because I assume not everyone was sold on that game until they got a chance to play it, maybe, and then.
Yeah, and the fact that it's still PS5 exclusive at the moment on consoles, why
is it actually?
That either? Yeah, for a year.
Even though it's owned by Bethesda, that's hilarious.
They made the deal before the acquisition.
No, it's true. It's true. It is weird though.
A little bit there.
But so we'll just move on to the indies, I guess.
You mean 80% of the con?
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Same, to be fair.
So we'll start with Kate. Spellbound: The Magic Within by, I think it's Brooding Games. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But
I think it was.
Hopefully I got that right. Do you want to tell us about that? Means you played it?
That was my favourite indie game of the show. Mine and Sam's favourite indie game of the show. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure sort of 2D, like a visual novel sort of game, where you play as a witch and your powers are getting out of hand and you get sent to this town where, well, it's basically populated with witches who all specialise in like different schools of magic. And you kind of like go around, you talk to everyone, and you get to like learn what school of magic you're going to go into and make friends with all the people in the town. And it was really good. I played that demo to completion.
You did?
When it come up and it was like, thank you for playing. I was like, oh.
You want to carry on?
The woman was really happy as well because I think you were the first one to complete it.
It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I love those kind of games.
Yeah, they were great. Especially because they had romance in it.
Well, that always helps, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I am hyped for this. Like, that was literally I played that, like, that was one of the first indie games I played, and that was my favourite one for all 4 days.
Fair enough.
I'm very hyped.
There's
a website for it. You can go on there. She's got all, like, character bios. There's going to be a shop opening up soon. I'm very eager to get into the shop because I need to see what's going to be in there.
Was that like buying outfits for your witches?
Not like I'm assuming it's gonna be a physical shop.
Oh, right, real clothes. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I really, really enjoyed it. Even the stand, like how the stand was like presented and everything, it was really nice.
It was my favorite part about it was the gender inclusivity. Am I saying that right?
Inclusivity.
Because what I played a bit, like I struggle with pronouns very much, but it was very easy to get into. So I finded myself using the correct pronouns for certain characters, even though I struggle with that. So that's why I like the game most of all. It helps with that sort of I can't remember the words, getting into it and all that. So I just found it really helpful in that regard. That's why I would play it, because it seemed very, very LGBT
educational
friendly.
in that matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
There, yeah, all that.
Fair
So I found
think on Steam you can wishlist it now. I think it's
you can wishlist it. I saw it.
March 22nd, maybe, was it?
Something like that. I looked the other day.
Definitely on there. You can definitely wishlist it right now. It's definitely on there. It's slated for early next year, definitely.
Cool. We'll continue with you, Kate. We'll just go through your list and then move on to everyone else's. Stuffed, the bear game by Waving Bear Studios.
So good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Did anyone else play that game?
I did.
I watched you play it, so I did a lot
Did
of
you not
it.
get to play it?
No, because you were playing and Kate was
Oh,
playing, and there's
man.
only 2 TVs on there, so I was like, oh, okay.
It was dope.
It handled so well as a shooter. So basically, you're a teddy bear, and through the night you have to like survive like waves of enemies. So it starts off with these really creepy gnomes, and then there's like little robots come. There's like evil duckies. Then there's like sock monsters, and when you look at them, they
Sock
start
monsters were
moving.
the
It's really
worst.
creepy. I didn't get any further than that because I broke the game. But
Oh yeah, because you ended up in space somehow.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it had like as a shooter, it handled so nice. It was fun. It handled really well. I like the idea of it. I think it's quite an interesting concept. I'm definitely hyped to play that.
From when I was watching it reminded me a lot of like Call of Duty Zombies, where it's just waves, wave after wave after wave. It's the
Very
hour
much so.
55 kind
Yeah,
of thing.
very much so.
And I think it's like more than because you were only playing on your own at that point, but you did say it was co-op, didn't you?
It's up to 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I
I
think,
think so, yeah.
So like that would be pretty fun to have 4 of you surviving as a team. That'd be
I
really
just love the different weapons.
yeah.
stuff
The
like that.
weapons, the different enemy designs.
Oh, it was amazing. It was actually
Like,
amazing.
all the little things you can get. Like you can get like popcorn bombs,
Mm,
a little like stick that you can bash them up with. It's so good. It was such a
Yeah.
good
The
game.
creepiest thing in there, apart from the sock puppet men, with the big giant like black shadowy figure that
like
was
the
just
adults,
like
yeah.
trying to get into the little girl's room. It was, and you had to like save her
It had a very dark.
because that's what you're
premise.
protecting it. You're protecting the little girl's room.
I think
It's
it was, yeah.
creepy that like because the guy said to me like it was originally it was a lot darker and they kind of lightened it up, but
Jesus.
I don't know. It's still got that like creepy undertone.
Yeah, because he said it had blood in it before, didn't he, or something like that.
Oh,
Well,
what?
no,
God.
yeah, and that the gnomes had like knives, but instead now they had sticks.
The gnomes
Wait.
have got like this like crazy expression.
Yeah.
The ducks have got like the duck looks like the duck
They got
from Nightmare
teeth, don't
Before
they?
Christmas with the teeth.
Mm.
Right.
And then the sock puppets, they don't. It's not so much that they look scary, but like when you're directly looking at them, they like fall to the ground. So as you kind of turn the camera, you see them all like running at you, then they all drop to the ground. So it's really weird. It's considering how like I don't know, like
It looks like a kids game kind of thing. Well, not really,
Yeah,
but
but
yeah, it's got
it's
that.
really
yeah.
weirdly like it's really weirdly creepy, and when they're all like coming at you, you're like, oh my god.
What was the age rating again?
I can't imagine it's for kids.
No, I don't think it was that high though.
No,
I remember
I reckon
correctly.
it'll be probably like. I mean, the games have age ratings these days. I think 12 maybe, if anything. But like,
Because it was oddly, when I was playing it, I thought this is oddly violent for a kids game. Because it felt like a kids game when you were playing it, but like this was oddly realistic.
I liked it. I thought that was
Very
really
good game. It was my second favorite game of the whole con. It really was.
Keywe. And
Oh,
Yeah,
me and Sam
three
played
of
that.
you
Yeah, we
played
played
that, right?
Did you ever go, Henry? Oh,
Yeah, I had
it's
to go
great.
with Bri.
Oh, it's such a great game. Another one.
Me and Sam were very efficient at that. We
We
were
was.
a very good team. It was cute.
Keywe's by Stone, Wheat and Sons. That's their studio name.
Yeah,
Nice.
So-
it was basically Overcooked, wasn't it?
But you were running like a post office.
Yeah. I think we only got to play like a small amount of it, like the beginning.
Hmm.
So I felt like if it like it was very fun, but I felt like they kept like was it only 2-player the whole game?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's out now, isn't it? Like it's on
Yeah.
Switch, Xbox, all that kind of stuff. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna add that many mechanics to keep it fresh. Because basically,
what do you do?
So you're working in a post office,
Hmm.
and something will come on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Like the parcel, and it has a letter, and it's like who it's going to, some kind of like clue as to the label you have to put on it. So you have like fragile, heavy, perishable, urgent. So you kind of have to like you use everything in the letter. You move it along the conveyor belt. You put like the sticker on it to identify like which one of those categories it falls into. You use the map on the ground to type out the postcode of where it's going. So I would say, in a way, it's more. There's a little bit more to it than like Overcooked, because Overcooked it's pretty like, you chop it up, you put it, you cook it, you send it out. This one there is more.
Yeah.
There's more for you to engage in.
It's less chaotic than Overcooked.
Like,
it's still pretty chaotic.
And with 2 people, I feel like it's a lot easier, because like we did it the first time and we both stuck to our jobs and we got quicker and quicker at it.
Yeah.
But that's what I was thinking. Is it gonna open up? Is there gonna be more mechanics that come into
it?
How
bigger.
long? Yeah.
I would have liked to play
an
actual proper level instead of like a demo level, just to get a proper feel of it. But what we played was good.
It was very good. It was very fun.
What was the price? Because I can't remember if it was cheap or not, or reasonable. It was 20 quid, wasn't it? No, it was 20 quid.
That's not bad.
On Switch.
In fact, I think so. Yeah, it was 19.99 if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
It's definitely a fun game. It was very fun.
How did you find it, Henry?
I found it fine, although I do agree with that idea of I think the premise is good, but it does need more to it if it's to keep it interesting.
But it might have more.
It might, but
we don't know, because obviously we only
until we know I ain't buying. Yeah, until we know I'm not buying.
So
I think it's about 24 quid.
Ah, see that.
Yeah, I've seen the physical version for 24 quid. It might be different elsewhere. I don't know.
If it was on sale, I'd get it, I think.
Yeah.
Still a very good game, though. Not to nosh it. Still a very good game.
Absolutely.
It was very, like I say, like it was very, like the job roles that you take on, it's more engaging than like Overcooked. And it was very easy, because there's only 2 of you. It's not as chaotic as Overcooked, so you can kind of like stick to your jobs, get it done quicker.
Yeah.
Overcooked is the game you play with your partner if you want to break up with them. Yeah. Don't tell them you want to break up with them.
That's a great. Yeah. No, that's right.
Sorry, Chris.
It's nearly ended this channel.
This is why we've never finished Overcooked.
Sorry, it had to come out like this on this.
We stop it. No.
We stop when we get to that point.
It's the game or your relationship. No. Stay with it.
Next one for UK, Haven Park.
I just played 2 minutes.
I think one person makes this, called Fabian Weeble, but it's published by Nooneye Studios. But one person from the looks of it.
This game, it's basically Stardew Valley mixed with Animal Crossing.
I've already bought it.
Without crippling like peer pressure to play it every day like Animal Crossing. So basically, you inherit this land. And you have to be like, you move there and you become the caretaker for it, and you do it up, and little animals come to your island. I really enjoyed it. I was there for a long time, just like eating the malwams out of the basket, just like playing this game.
Yeah, he's the
like,
one giving away sweet salad stand winner.
Living my best life. Like Animal Crossing, like I only played it for like 3 months. I've never touched it. I'm not gonna go back to it. It's cute and like it's fun, but I don't want to feel like if I miss a day. Like you
don't want it to get to a point where you're feeling like it's another job.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to be in it for the lot. I like shooting games too much to play Animal Crossing, but I thought I'd give it a go. I do like Animal Crossing. I played it a lot when I was younger, but
But this game was
Warzone calls.
this game was very good. I bought it there and then. I didn't even play the demo before I bought it, because this is what you play, and I thought, oh, this is amazing. I'm buying it. It was £7, and it's been what I've played. I played like 4 hours of it so far, and I liked it. I like it very much.
It's cute.
Yeah,
it's
cute. I played a little bit of it, and it's literally just it's a happy game. Like it seems happy, and like you're collecting all the stuff, and it's just like one of them where it's just like if you want to have a chill time, go play that game.
Yeah. It's when you're stuck in the car or on a train type of game, but it's still very good.
It's on Switch, right? So that would make perfect sense.
I think it's on Steam as well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. No, it would be on Steam. Okay, blooming business casino. Okay, you like that one?
I really like that too. I didn't know you guys play indies. Like, what's going on, bro?
I watched you play that quite a lot.
Where's the tiki touches?
So this game is basically, the best way to describe it is, it's like themed hospital. So you have this casino and it works exactly the same way as themed hospital. Like, you build the rooms, you put the items in there for the customers to come in and interact with. You hire the staff, you got to keep the staff sort of like happy. But what I liked about this one is it's kind of like a mafia mob boss undertone to it.
Yeah.
So like the bear, he's sort of like the mob boss and he's kind of your boss. And he comes up with all these scenarios, and even the way like things are phrased, it's like you're basically like running this illegal mob casino. And I thought that was really funny. I definitely want to play it. I think it's going to get spicy. It looks really good.
It looks fun, and just like I love those kind of games where you just build in like theme hospital, like the theme park stuff, like just building your own kind of like thing, making sure you're making the money that you need to make and all that, hiring people, making sure you're keeping all your people happy.
That was the thing, like
I love that
when the workers get like too big for the boots. Like some of the options are like, oh, they're like work as a family, and then the other ones are like, I'm not taking nothing for no one, blah blah blah. Because there's that like the hot. So I always went with that one, and nothing bad ever happened to me when I was playing it, so that's fine. That's quite... saying that like having that little like mafia element to it.
Yeah, it was quite violent.
Gives it a bit more like a little bit more to it than like
something of a story behind it, kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one where it was like, shall we deal with the customer? And it was like deal within quotation marks. Yeah, like, should we deal with the customer? It was funny.
Developer with that Homo Ludens. I don't know if I said it at the start.
That's a great name.
But yeah. Okay, I mean, we'll finish your list here now. Okay, Mothmen 1966.
I love the Mothman. I love him. Yeah, text adventure. Text adventure about Mothman. I mean, I didn't get very far. Kept dying. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I can't really tell you much about it because, like I said, I kept dying.
I talked to the dude. I talked to the dude who was playing it while you were playing it. Apparently, there was only one way to complete the demo.
Okay.
He said in normal games there will be a couple of ways of completing that. I think he said that was like 7 or 6 endings. I didn't quite hear him because he was rambling. But he said, yeah, there was only one true way of doing the demo, but the actual game there's a lot more freedom of choice. He said.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts off with like you and a woman in a car going somewhere, and there's all like text options, blah blah blah. But basically, you always come to this same point where a bat like hits the car, and it's like dying in the road. You get out, and coyotes come. Yeah. And you have to get back to the car. But I tried to run to the car and I got eaten. I tried like when the bat like hits the screen, you can like one of the options is like get out and investigate, keep driving. But like, see, I thought it was going to be Mothman, and obviously I want to see Mothman, so I got out of the car, died by the coyotes. So the next time I was like, okay, sped up, like car crash, died. Like, so you kind of just have to like
feel it out, kind of thing, see where.
Like Vampire Masquerade on Switch.
Yeah, basically a Vampire Masquerade on Switch.
You mess around, you find out, you get your head cut off, you got to start again. That's how it be.
Fuck about find out.
Deeply unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes.
That's just how it be.
You didn't even get to see Mothman in the game.
No.
He's on the poster.
He was on the poster, yeah. I took a picture of the poster. I took a picture of my Mothman in front of the poster. So I had fun there.
Developer for that was LCD Games. Next on my list is Arcaea, which is made by Lario. Basically, anime Guitar Hero, but without the guitar. You can either play it on a tablet where you're tapping all the stuff. You know which game it is now, don't you, Sam?
Yeah. Was that the free one? It was.
Yeah, it's free on iPhone or iPad.
Beat Saber. It's Beat Saber on your phone.
Yeah.
Henry, you'd be very good at that game.
Beat Saber on your phone, sold.
It's basically anime Beat Saber on your phone.
Yeah, you can also get it on Switch as well.
I've modded the hell out of Beat Saber. I can have anime Beat Saber.
Even Star Wars Beat Saber.
But yes, no, I have to have a look at that. That does sound good.
Very anime songs, and like
very anime.
It worked well with all the obviously the rhythm stuff, and
I need
Like,
to.
we were okay at it when we came, but like that one guy who went on after us on the iPad. I don't understand
You mean
how you
Anime
move things
Jesus?
that fast.
He works
That
there.
was
He's one of
wild.
the developers.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
He's one of
say
the
like he
developers.
had a lot of
Yeah.
practice.
Because when
was
I was
so
waiting
good.
in line, there was someone who wanted to play it on the Switch, and one of the guys came over and he's like, "Do you want to play it on the Switch?" Because he's like, because he's one of ours, we can just boot him off. So he did work there,
Oh, okay.
but
To be
he
fair,
wasn't good.
like,
he was amazing at it.
You played on both. You played on the
Mm.
iPad and the Switch. Which one did you prefer?
The Switch.
Switch. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I played on the Switch as well.
It's when you get
I-
like
I've-
the notes in Guitar Hero you have to hold, and and you can like wiggle the bar to do like
Oh,
the
it's that.
effect.
Okay.
So there's like ones you have to put your finger on and like move with it.
Mm.
But it was just really hard. Like, I don't know, it's just really hard to do on
Controller.
the phone. I think you have to kind of like put your fingers further up the screen. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I've played it on the Switch.
Right.
The Switch was easier because you didn't. It was all you needed was 2 buttons because
Yeah.
you know how in Beat Saber you got 4 different rows and you have to go.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
If it was just the 2 back ones, if it was on the left,
Okay.
regardless of which lane it was, you just press 1 button.
No,
Right.
no,
I thought it
you
was
press the
two
triggers and the bumpers.
No, you don't. I
thought it was
looked at it
both.
and he
Oh.
told me no. No, I thought it was as well. It was just the back trigger. You
Because
press the back trigger and it hit both of them.
When you had
Oh.
both, on the same at the same timing, I assumed you had to do both triggers, trigger and
No,
bumpers.
he starts to tap it
Okay.
quickly. I think it was the setting he had it on, but
Oh, okay.
that's why the
I was
iPad one
pulling
was
the
great.
trigger.
See, I was making
I
it harder
played
for
on
myself. Then
I had a quick go on both.
I did like on the Switch how when you're doing like the long notes that like move in like
Yeah.
a wavy pattern, you do it with the thumbsticks, which I think
Yeah.
is really cool.
Okay.
It's easier to feel because of the thumbsticks like vibrate, like they give you some
Yeah,
feedback.
yeah. Whereas
you
if
can
you just do it
sort
with your
of follow
fingers,
it.
it's hard.
Whereas if
Yeah.
you kind of miss on the iPad, it's harder to kind of, I don't know, it's just harder to get yourself back on track. When obviously
Yeah.
when you get feedback in the sticks, you can kind of move back to where it's strongest.
Mm.
So you're kind of dead on track.
It's one of the games at Con that I will actually buy. I will actually download it on my phone.
Yeah,
I can't remember if I paid for it or not.
it's free on the phone.
Yeah, I didn't know. I can't remember if I paid for it or not.
Yeah, it's
But
free on
that
the
is
phone.
one of the games I actually got, and
Mm.
I recommend to you, Henry. It's very good.
I just checked. It's free on the phone, but it's 35 quid on the Switch.
Oh,
That's
wow.
probably,
35 quid.
It's probably like they'll give
It's
you
got
a
all
couple
it's got
of games.
all the
A proper
I don't
couple
think he
songs,
said it's got
rather.
like he said it's got like 3 song packs in it, I think.
Yeah.
And that's where the
Okay,
free
so
cooking
that's
came
just
from. I thought
that's
it made
probably
free.
just
I can remember being there quite a lot on the phone free, and then I assumed you could have earned it if you played it enough. But
I
okay,
think,
didn't know.
don't quote me, but I think I heard him telling someone, is the phone version like quite a stripped back version, but the actual one on the Switch has got the story mode?
Yes, I haven't gone on the phone
Okay,
as much,
so
but yes.
if the Switch version's a more complete one, I presume more songs, and you don't have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
DLC in that, or maybe not the same level. Then
Yeah,
that would
I think-
that I can accept that.
On the phone, I think you can buy individual songs. I think it's like that credit system, like you can earn gold, but it takes you forever.
Sound about
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Sounds about
It's a
sounds
free
right for a
game.
phone game, don't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a free game then. There's quite a lot of songs. For a free game, there's quite a lot of songs. So.
Fair enough.
Next one for me is called Conway Disappearance at Dhalia View, which that's that really long demo I was playing, Sam. While you were playing Keywe and many other things at the end of the day.
Took 45
Me and
minutes
Sam
to get that
looked
game.
I was
that
playing a
was fun.
45-minute demo.
Yeah.
It's basically you're this old man who's like a retired like private investigator, and one of these days you're just looking out your window. He lives at like the top like apartment thing. You're looking out your window and like there's been someone's gone missing in your like apartment area, and you see some shifty goings on, and you're like you just at the start you're just like you're trying to find evidence basically of who's done it, and you're photographing people as they're like doing stuff, and like you see this couple like arguing, and then his wife comes in, the guy's wife comes in, they start arguing, and then he takes her to a room and you can see it through the other window. It's like he points down, and then she looks really distraught, so obviously I think the body's there and stuff like that. So, and then once they all go, you go down the next day to investigate. You're a guy in a wheelchair at this point. You're an old man in a wheelchair, which is an interesting mechanic, and it controls really well actually. But you go down to investigate the house, and you basically you're picking up different things, trying to find, like, you're reading notes, trying to piece bits of evidence together to kind of figure out what happened, where things are. You're like unscrewing vents to see where they've hid stuff like that. It's really intricate stuff, like just trying to investigate and put the pieces together yourself, investigate a whole house. It took me a while. There are some confusing puzzle bits where like it's not quite clear what to do, but like I asked the developer for help at one point, but turned out he was a developer on another game around the corner. He didn't even know. Yeah. So I was like, okay. But that's why it took me so long. But I figured it out in the end. And it's kind of one of those where you just kind of like, sometimes you're overlooking things and you're like, oh, it was this simple thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but like, I got a 45-minute demo of it. It seemed like a lot of like investigating work and it was just really got a little mystery to it, and it seemed really, really. And I think the story of that game is going to be really good. Voice acting is fantastic. Graphics it had an interesting art style. It wasn't like the best graphics in the world, but it was like just kind of like an artsy kind of style to it as well. I really,
it was like clean
really
cut, like
it
looked nice. Yeah,
it looked nice. Yeah, it didn't look like it wasn't going for realism necessarily on the faces and everything, but like it looked really, really good. Kind of like a storybook kind of style. Like, I really,
it was like kind of like very like a brownie kind of game, and then like the posters, the guy with like the Sherlock Holmes hat on.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know whether you are an old Sherlock Holmes. That was never really. I can't remember whether he got his name, but I mean, you could be. But I don't know whether that would be the revelation in the end.
That would be amazing if you were.
No, it seemed very Sherlock Holmesy, very like mystery based, and I think it'll be have a really, really good story in the end.
Two other things that I played that I can think of right now. So one was Moving Out by Team 17. I think that was SMG
Studio.
Yeah.
Me and Kate like that studio because they made a game called Death Squared.
Yes, I know Death Squared.
Oh my god.
But yeah, to me, it's like Team 17 have a very distinctive style, I must say. Like, even if they're different, like gameplays, you can just tell when they've done something. Yeah, especially like graphically, they look quite similar, even if they are like leagues apart gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
If you think Overcooked's stressful, that's even worse because it's
Moving
like
out is,
you know, like Overcooked, you kind of like you're very restricted, right? And you only like. No matter how the levels change, the basic it's the same, right? You know, like you cook it, you put it out. End of. This is just crazy because you got to get everything out, and everyone's like jumping over each other, like trying to pull this stuff out the house, and you're just like, what?
Trying to get like a bed out of a door about that big. It's really.
I think we're remembering.
Me and Jane just go around just like throwing stuff everywhere.
No, it was a good time.
I think they had a moving in DLC like a while back, so that was I need to get back on it. So,
oh my god, really?
Point. Yeah.
Moving out, moving in.
It makes sense.
Which way do we go from here?
Now, the last one that I played, which I know I didn't list before, is a VR game called Space Salvage. It was
I did look at that.
Yeah, because right by the entrance where you come in.
Oh, yeah.
At least after you got your tickets. I had a look at that. As the only VR game I saw at the show, I immediately was like, well, I've got to go take a look.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently that was only like 2 months of work. From what they told me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked good.
What do you do in it? Like.
So basically, it's a space exploration game. So I think it's, from what I remember, right, you've got to, you're basically just trying to survive. You're just trying to go across different parts of the cosmos. So you're trying to, I think you're just like picking up parts as you go along. Essentially, you are just like scavengers in that regard. But it was good. No, I enjoyed it, and yeah, no, I'm here for it. What can I say? More VR, please.
Yeah, I can kind of understand why they didn't have much VR there. With obviously COVID and people not necessarily wanting to put something that's been on someone else's face on their face.
At the same time, as long as you keep the headset clean, then you're fine.
I mean, I will say EGX the people were very good at cleaning the stations after people used
every
it.
5 minutes. You
Like-
couldn't move without them coming
As
to
soon
wipe
as
it.
someone come up the station, they were there with the spray, the wipes, and
Yeah.
everything. Like fair
There
play
was
to
so
them.
much hand sanitizer everywhere. We should have
Yeah.
talked about that earlier. Actually.
My hands were so dry by the end of
Yeah.
EGX because I just kept using sanitizer after every game I played. But yeah, no, they did really well by putting all that stuff and making it safe for a lot of people.
At the end of the day, if they don't do that, then they're not going to get the business.
No, they're not, no.
Maybe that's the cynic in me, but also I feel like that's very true in some regards.
No, yeah.
No, yeah, definitely.
At the end of the day,
And
they have to make it safe.
They didn't make it like known, but that I did see like if you asked for a mask, they would have given you a mask.
Yeah,
because you noticed one they were giving them out at the Fall Guys.
Fall Guys, yeah, they had like stacks, and some people were like asking for them, and they just gave them a mask.
Yeah.
And I saw some of the indies doing it as well. So they had them hid, so they weren't like compulsory. I think that's what they were trying to come across. If you wanted one, they would have gave you one.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. I had my own mask. I just carried around this with me the whole time,
Same.
It was.
Everyone kept it relatively safe.
Well, yeah, but none of us came back with COVID, so that's good.
Oh no, we tested and we were fine.
Yeah. So you know, we're all good. So, and it was like, even sometimes it did get crowded, and it.
Especially on a Saturday and
right, but they were making sure everyone was vaccinated before they went in terms of like, every time you went in, they had to check your code, your little like NHS pass thing.
NHS,
obviously, I think there were. If you hadn't had that, then people would basically to say if you've been tested or not in terms of like you show a test. So
that's right.
They got it all down safely. So fair play to them. But yeah. Anything else anyone wants to talk about? Any other games?
No, it was a very short con.
Not much else I can really say there.
Good con. Wish it was a little bit bigger.
Understandably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think though that PlayStation will come back?
Yeah, no, they've said they will. People asked all the big people like, "Are you coming to EGX?" They said not this year, but we'll be there next year.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
Because I know, and also one that me, Kate, and Sam missed was Insert Coin because we buy all our clothes from there.
Yeah, I missed them.
Who does like? And it was stupid the way we found out because they didn't put up they weren't going. No. Someone had to message them if they were coming on Twitter.
Yeah, and they were like, no, but we'll be there next year. So it's one of them where it's like, I think next year it'll be a lot bigger. And the fact that really we don't have that long to wait, especially if everyone comes back in March in terms of PlayStation, Nintendo, and all that. So not like we got to wait a whole year.
The con was more successful than people thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be a lot shitter than it was. So it blew
to
my
be fair,
expectations
like we were a bit
great, but it blew my expectations.
When we went in, we were a bit like shell shocked at how small it was. But like once we figured out where everything was, and like there was a lot more there than you from the surface when you saw it. It's Some of the games I didn't even get to play because it was all like hidden away.
We spaced out a lot though. We did that on purpose. I think Henry, you did the perfect 2 days. I think that.
I think 2 days.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the socializing with other journalists, networking aspect of it would have been. No. I would have been done on day one, to be honest, with all of that.
I can see that. That.
Right.
But yeah.
That was EGX, guys.
Yeah, beautiful.
Quickly before we go, Henry, do you want to plug anything, review or anything like that?
I mean,
the journalist in you.
So basically, you can find me on Twitter at Terranauts93. I'm currently a news editor over at Gfinity Esports, but you can also find me doing the occasional piece for Eurogamer, Nintendo Life, Push Square, and Upload VR at the moment as well. So come check out my work, I suppose.
Very good.
Thank you.
Right.
Very good.
We'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you went to EGX, let us know what you thought. Are you happy that it's back in Birmingham and London next year? And let us know if you played any of those games and what you think. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Say it.
Hit the sexy subscribe button.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
If you like that video, guys, don't forget to leave a like and hit that bell for notifications when we go live or post another video. If you want to see more videos like this, then check out this playlist somewhere around here. And if you would like to subscribe to us, then check out this sexy subscribe button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed, you are an awesome human being.